Alright, you lot. You ever boot up a Game Pass title and get hacked through Notepad? Welcome to Call of Duty World War II on PC. Activision dropped it on Game Pass, unpatched, wide open to remote code execution. You join the lobby, some tosser hijacks your system. No click, no whining, just boom. Massive shout out to Rick for flagging this. I want tracking COD's corpse till they rank alarm. Now it's time to dig up body, name bastards responsible, and show you exactly how deep this goes. Let's begin. Call of Duty World War II got dumped into Game Pass like it were a fresh steak and not an 8-year-old security hazard wrapped in cling film. Within days, players on PC were reporting kinda shit that makes antivirus software piss itself. Not lag, not cheaters, remote code execution. Full system compromise. You join a public lobby and some greasy arsehole across globe gets to run commands on your machine like he's your sysadmin. Let me say that again, slower for executives in back who still think this is a PR issue. You download game, you open it, you join a multiplayer match, you don't click a dodgy link, you don't mod files, you don't do out stupid, and someone in lobby can take control of your PC like they own lease. This ain't a theory, this ain't a rumour, this is a fucking vulnerability that's being actively exploited right now. There are receipts, screenshots of Notepad opening on its own with some nonce demanding contact, logs, hacker handles, lot. We're not talking about tinfoil conspiracy forums. This ain't some guy on Discord. It's real, it's repeatable, it's documented. It's been known for years. Activision knew, they were warned. RC family behind this has already been found in Black Ops 2, Modern Warfare 2 Classic, and World at War. And surprise, surprise, Call of Duty World War II used the same corpse of code base stitched together with decade-old netcode and wet tape. They didn't fix it, they didn't flag it, they didn't warn anyone. They just slapped it in Game Pass like it were new content and left back door wide open. This is what happens when you take a legacy title full of unresolved vulnerabilities and throw it into a modern distribution pipeline with no checks, no updates and no fucks given. This wasn't just a misfire. This were a loaded weapon tossed into a daycare and Microsoft helped pull pin. They let it through QA like a fart in an elevator. No patch, no firewall rule, no disclaimer. Just go ahead, install it, play some multiplayer. Maybe get your rig turned into a crypto miner in background. All cause Activision couldn't be asked to patch code from a console generation ago. All cause Microsoft wants player hours on a fucking spreadsheet. This ain't a glitch. This ain't a hiccup. This is a trap. And it's active right now. Call of Duty World War II is built on netcode so old it needs a tetanus shot. This game shipped with peer-to-peer networking straight out at gate. That means every time you joined a lobby, your machine were talking directly to other players. No dedicated server to buffer, no filtering, no protection, just your system rubbing shoulders with random strangers across world and trusting every single packet they send. Even when they rolled out dedicated servers, they didn't rip out P2P guts. Zombies still used it, private matches still used it, party system and invite still used it, VoIP ran on it. That old game still had fallback logic ready to flip back to P2P if a server hiccuped or lobby desynced. It's like bolting a deadbolt onto a screen door and calling it Fort Knox. Now take that P2P backbone and combine that with insecure deserialization. Old engine code passing loadouts and emblems and lobby settings without sandboxing. You sent rate malformed string at rate time and target machine doesn't know it's a payload. It just runs it, like a dog eating rat poison. This is how remote code execution works in these games. You craft a packet that looks legit to client. You sneak it through normal game function, chat, VoIP, join request, friend invite. Once packet hits handler, if parser is weak, it chokes and executes whatever's embedded inside. Not a crash, not a disconnect, actual command execution on player's machine, without their knowledge, and without their consent. Now here's punchline. That code has been in place since World at War. That vulnerability family has existed in every COD up to at least Modern Warfare 2019. People have been screaming about it on GitHub, posting proof of concept videos. Some even tried reporting it through proper security channels. Activision ignored them every time. They knew. They always knew. And when they put World War II on Game Pass, they didn't patch any of it. They didn't even run a fucking scan. They just threw it onto a platform with millions of players and walked away. And now that ancient spaghetti code is being used to hijack modern machines. In 2025, on a service people pay for. That's not just neglect, that's deliberate refusal to secure a known exploit chain, and every single exec that let that slide should be made to install that build on their own PC live on camera and watch it fall apart. This ain't just sloppy code. This is active, weaponized incompetence. And they're still silent, because admitting it means liability. We're past pointer apology, we're in breach territory now. Microsoft knew exactly what they were pushing. This ain't some back alley itch.io title sneaking past QA. This is a first-party franchise with $1 billion handshake. Every Game Pass drop gets vetted, contracts, sign-offs, security compliance. At least that's what they tell investors. But when it came to Call of Duty World War II, they either didn't check, didn't care, or checked, sought rot, pushed it live anyway. Game Pass is the golden goose. Engagement metrics are gospel. Retention numbers drive bonuses. You think they were going to delay a COD drop just cause PC version had security exploit older than TikTok? No chance. They looked at install base, looked at risk, and did math. Profits beat protection. Every time. But it's twist. By putting this game on Game Pass, Microsoft didn't just endorse it, they distributed it, which makes them part of Blast Radius. When a company knowingly ships a vulnerable executable to millions of machines, they cross a legal line. That's no longer an oops, that's platform-level negligence. And this ain't isolated. Game Pass is becoming a dumping ground for unpatched legacy builds. We've seen broken ports, we've seen unstable releases, but this is first time we've seen a fucking RCE package shipped with a smiling green logo and a monthly subscription fee. They didn't even put a warning on page. No banner, no advisory, not a single line of text telling PC users that this game could compromise the system, that it could expose their IP, that it could turn their rig into a botnet node. It was just listed, like any other game. Play now. 80 gigs of malware with ray trace nostalgia. Microsoft let it happen. They let it happen because they thought no one would notice. Because they thought no one would make enough noise. Because they thought people still playing World War II on PC were disposable. They saw trap, they sold dupe bait. This is Activision's business model. Strip meat off old games, sell bones to nostalgia addicts and never patch a fucking thing. They don't sunset the games, they just abandon them in woods with a note saying, good luck. Go back and look at World at War RCE exploits, Black Ops 2 RCE exploits, Modern Warfare 2 Classic, same story. Players getting booted off servers or worse, entire machines compromised, reports sent, forums flooded, YouTubers whining people. Activision? Dead silent. Unless you're talking about a bug that affects microtransactions, they don't move. Not an inch. They've known about these exploits for years. They've had source code, they've had logs, they've had community feedback and hacker proof of concepts laid at the feet. You know what they did? They locked threads, they banned users, they issued tech downs. Classic shoot messenger tactics, cause owning problem means admitting fault. And this World War II drop is latest chapter in pattern. They didn't patch game, they didn't scan it, they didn't update networking layer. They just dragged it out at Vault, slapped a Game Pass tag on it and hoped no one had noticed bloodstains. The new state it were in, they just didn't give a shit. And why would they? These are same suits who pour millions into streamer events while ranked Warzone is infested with rage hackers. Same company that let entire cheat markets thrive cause banning people hurts engagement stats. Same people who'll reskin a gun for Halloween but won't put a dev on a legacy security team for 10 minutes. This ain't about capability, this is about priority. Security don't sell skins. Anti-cheat don't push battle passes. Patch notes don't go viral unless you screw something up. So they ignore it, systematically, repeatedly. And when Fallout hits, it's always player who takes blast. They're not protecting players, they're protecting profit. And the longer they get away with it, more dangerous their back catalogue becomes. COD ain't just an IP, it's a fucking malware farm, and they're still harvesting. Call of Duty World War II is just one that exploded. But infection is everywhere. Every legacy COD on PC is compromised. Not might be, not could be, is. Same engines, same packet handling, same brittle C++ stack built by teams that ain't touched that code in a decade. And no one's watching doors. Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, Modern Warfare 2, World at War, Ghost, Advanced Warfare, every one of them has been flagged over years for similar RCE vulnerabilities or data exposure bugs. And Activision's response every single time has been to ignore it until it trends. They send in a community manager with a PR blaster and vanish again. You think World War II's only one still running peer-to-peer logic on PC? It's not. You think it's only one using insecure deserialization for player data? Not even close. These games share DNA. They were built in sequence. They reused libraries, reused netcode, reused packet formats. So when one gets breached, rest bleed too. And Activision knows it. They've been mapping it for years. They've got tools, payload builders, match injectors, pre-med scripts that'll auto-exploit every legacy COD from 2008 to 2019. You think this World War II exploit is a one-off? This were a test run, a proof of viability. The moment it landed on Game Pass, it became front door for a wave of attacks that we're already primed for. Cause here's what no one wants to admit. Call of Duty back catalogue on PC ain't just vulnerable, it's a live infection vector. It's a fucking exploit zoo. And the longer these games stay online without security patches or sandbox enforcement, more they become a liability. Not just for players, but entire platform. Microsoft opened Floodgate, Activision handed them key, and now every other old COD is sitting there like a rotten corpse waiting for the next poke. You want nostalgia? You better boot it in a VM. Cause right now playing these games on your main system is like licking a plug socket and hoping house don't burn down. Uninstall Call of Duty World War II from your PC right now. Not tomorrow, not after one more match. Nah. Cause if you've booted it since it hit Game Pass and joined the public lobby, you're already at risk. And if you're still sitting on it thinking you'll be fine, you're gambling with a loaded gun pointed at your OS. Firewall COD executes if you're stubborn. Outbound rules only. Block everything but Battle.net if you must. But better option, just bin whole thing. Don't trust client, don't trust launcher. And don't for a second think Activision's watching out for you. Scan for rogue processors. Look for weird network activity. If Notepad ever opened itself, if your audio spiked out of nowhere, if your antivirus got mysteriously disabled, you've already seen phase 1 at compromise. Assume that every old COD on PC is unsafe unless proven otherwise. And that proof don't exist. Not from Activision, not from Microsoft. And certainly not from some Twitch streamer pretending their PC hadn't been quietly turned into a spam cannon while they dropped shot bots on Nuketown. You want to play Legacy COD? Do it on console. Do it air-gapped. Do it on a burner rig you could throw into a lake. But don't run it on your daily machine. Don't put it near your bank details. Don't connect it to your main network. And for love of sanity, don't invite your mates into these lobbies unless you hate them and want to watch their system melt live on Discord. Activision won't protect you. Microsoft won't protect you. So protect yourself. Because this ain't a rumour, this ain't fear-mongering, this is live. This is happening. And this won't be the last time they let it happen either. You're on your own out there. Stay fucking sharp. Join Discord, follow on X, consider a channel membership if you made it through without formatting your drive. Smash like, hit subscribe, drop your comments and questions below, unless you're posting from a laptop you pulled out of quarantine. I'll see you next time, you magnificent.